This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. What's going on, freaks? How's it going? Was out, tried playing golf today. Wasn't really, I sucked actually, so I don't know what it was. I just wasn't really that into it. Who knows? But yeah, the show's a little bit late tonight. I don't know if you guys watched the video I made earlier today. It doesn't look like it. I guess we'll see how the show goes. Might not be that long. Yeah. That wasn't a glitch. Have you guys been? I've been watching this that documentary, the Woodstock 1993, whatever. I mean, it was what a absolute catastrophe that was. Ridiculous. Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Man, just shows you the degradation of society too. Just sick people. I don't know. I figured I don't know why I'm in jail. I'm not sure how I started there. It didn't have an effect on anybody, though. None of you tried to get me out of it. I have a feeling this is going to be a really slow one. So we'll see how long the show goes. But we're going to be going over... let's see. Yeah. I figure we just do the whole show, like people can call in if they feel like it, on the Jolissa Fuentes case. I don't have any more to say about Kylie. You know, it's just kind of now everybody's doing shows with the peripheral people of those. I mean, it's just I don't know, man. The things people are interested in. Scary times, scary times. Hey, thank you so much, Eugenie. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's kind of a late show, but I got to get the show in. The video didn't do well in terms of the same thing. Thanks, Sarita. Yeah. Well, the video, you know, when I went through, I thought it was pretty interesting that she was friends with a guy that was murdered back in 2019, didn't you? And then the sister did say that she wasn't going to meet a dealer. But, you know, I don't know, did she ever sell a little bit of pot? Because she had a lot of pot. You know, I mean, some people do that. But there's really no reason to anymore because, you know, pot's legal in California. I mean, maybe you can get it for less or whatever, but... yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to read her statement again. Oh, this is the video that I made here. I guess what we could do is I'll just play this. Except for the people who didn't see it. You know, we could play this right now. Was there anybody out there that didn't watch the video? And I've also got another sequence here that has the surveillance on it. See, people say she looks like she's tipsy because she kind of leans against the, like right here. I mean, it definitely could be that, but it also could be kind of like, you know, you kind of go like this to kind of look around something. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's likely she was at parties all night and everything like that. What do you mean, me sorry? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh. Right there. Does that one still work? Yeah. So I guess what I'll do is maybe I'll just play it, and then you guys can. We'll be right back where we should be.
This video contains subject matter that may
I'll
be...
skip past this. You already heard that. Hello, this is Grant Hughes. Let's all help find I like that music in the
Jolissa Fuentes.
Jolissa's sister Irene put out a post on Facebook with a timeline that's very similar, just has a little bit more detail in it. But currently, there's a woman named Jolissa Fuentes. She's 22 years old. And she went missing on August 7th. She was attending a party at her friend's family's house. And then, as I said in the video, there's another friend that just recently died. I don't know how that person died. Around 3 o'clock on this flyer here, it says that she came home, but ended up leaving to go buy something. And then at 3:59, I believe Irene received a missed phone call from Jolissa's phone number. And she does go to an AM/PM around that time, so it might have been right there, maybe out in the parking lot or something. And then at 4 a.m., she was last seen at the Arco. It's actually 406. That's been updated. And there's surveillance video of her in the store. A guy walks by her, and she seems a little bit suspicious of that person. And then she goes out and turns right after exiting the AM/PM to get into her vehicle, and then she leaves the... Yeah, see how she just kind of keeps looking? She's looking at the guy. She was curious about him. Still looking at him. Parking lot of AM/PM, and apparently then she goes on to Nebraska and turns west, which is away from her home. Then at 5:24 and 5:25, she makes 2 phone calls via Facebook Messenger to her sister. Her sister was asleep, so she didn't answer him. And she has not been heard from or seen since then. Her vehicle is also missing, and it's a gray, silver 2011 Hyundai Accent with license plate 8MP U766, California plates. Currently, there's a $7,000 reward. Perhaps it's even higher since the time this flyer was printed. So let's watch a video on Fox 26 News. Yeah, I don't know who the other friend is. Whatever the hell your name is. It's a ridiculous YouTube name. But can you, what is the person that you're talking about? Okay, because I know that she just had a friend that died recently. Okay? And we don't know who that is. Now, maybe it's mentioned in one of the Facebook page or whatever. But you know, we don't just go by what somebody just blabs in a comment or a Facebook post, you know, unless it's a family member. Something like that. That gives you a pretty good summary, and we get to see an interview with the dad and other people.
And I was always the type that would...
Yeah, but how do we know that that's really the name? You're just throwing out a name right there. You know, like, how do we know for sure that that's the person who died recently?
Take care of business. Yeah, I'm lost. I can't do nothing.
A Selma family has been desperately searching for a 22-year-old woman who's been missing now for nearly 3 days. That family now offering a $1,000 reward for anyone who can help them find the missing woman, Jolissa Fuentes. She was last seen Sunday around 4 in the morning. Fox 26 reporter Marie Ettinger spoke with her family in between their search party efforts. That is her picture behind us. So they handed out flyers today as well, right?
Yeah, this is the flyer. They are posted all over town. Her family and friends have also been sharing them on.
There is an article that has Javier Ramirez Cruz in it and Antonio Lopez, but they were shot, different times. Like one was, it was February 22nd, 2019. No, that's back then. Never mind.
Line. I saw by the convenience store where she was last seen, and I was trying to get surveillance video, wasn't able to, but a woman there overheard me asking and said she had just been handed one of these, so we know they're getting
okay, well, send me a link to my
people out there keeping
Google
an eye
so I
out.
can
But
see it.
the Selma Police Department also emailed
yeah, there's a million Deborah Ramirez's.
Despite all of that effort, still no sign of Jolissa Fuentes.
My granddaughter.
Jolissa Fuentes went to a friend's house in Selma Saturday night and left around 3 a.m. She stopped by home but went out again to grab a snack from a nearby AM/PM. The store owner told me he gave police surveillance video showing Jolissa there at 4:06 in the morning. She headed west down Nebraska Avenue when she left, and that was the last time anyone saw her.
If you're listening, we love you, Mommy, and we're praying for you.
She tried calling her sister just before she went to the AM/PM, and again twice around 5:30, but her sister was asleep. The family knew by that morning something was wrong.
As soon as I got out of church, I texted her and I said, Jolissa, where are you? This is Grandma, give me a call, and nothing. And I texted her again and nothing. It's not like her. She always texts me back and says, Grandma, I'm okay, I'm fine. Don't worry, I'll come home. She never came.
When the family calls now, the phone goes straight to voicemail. The Selma Police Department considers this a missing persons case, explaining to me today this is irregular behavior for Jolissa, but so far the department hasn't said anything about foul play.
We know Jolissa's character, We know Jolissa's character so good, we there was no question with none of us.
Jolissa's family and friends spent the day out looking for her. They divided up, some driving, others walking, hoping for any sign.
We're out there searching the country, trying to see if we see anything, if we see her car.
But it hurts because I feel helpless. So helpless, like I've never felt like this.
Come home, baby. We need you. We want you over here. And if somebody has her, please let her go. Please let her come home.
The family mentioned Jolissa would often go to the orchard in the countryside just to hang out and think. They said that she had a friend who passed away last month and she would go there from time to time with him. They think that may have been where she was headed, so they've spent a lot of time over the past couple of days looking out in those orchards, looking in the countryside, and of course no luck so far.
And again, we want to emphasize that police are saying this is completely out of character. She does not just take off like this for days at a time.
Yeah, her family says that, but I also did talk with the Selma Police Department for maybe 10 minutes today just to kind of get a better feel of what type of case we're dealing with, because when you hear about a 22-year-old going missing, your first thought could be, she's just doing whatever she wants. She's an adult. She's not checking in with her family. And the police department did emphasize, no, she always checks in. This is, as I said, completely irregular, and that's why they're so concerned, and they said they are taking this very seriously.
Certainly thinking about that family tonight and hoping that she is okay, that they eventually are able to reconnect. Yes. All right, thanks so much, Marie. Now, Jolissa Fuentes' car is missing as well. It is a gray 2011 Hyundai Accent with a license plate number of 8MPU766. It has a mark or dent on the front passenger side of the wheel frame. If you have any information on where she might be or any other tip that you think could help police find her, call 559-891-2252.
Okay, let me show you a map here. This is the AM/PM Mini Mart. Her grandparents live right here. That's where she lives too. She lives with her grandparents. And it's just a really short drive. As a matter of fact, if we check the measurement,
we don't have an answer.
0.66 miles to get from the grandparents' home to the AM/PM Mini Mart.
I mean, she had been partying all day, all evening anyways, with her parent, her friend's family. And, she's home at 3 o'clock in the morning, so probably, I wouldn't be shocked at all if she was having some drinks. And then when she got home, she noticed that her brother wasn't home and thought, wow, he might be out. Maybe we can go smoke together. And it turns out, he didn't respond or something. So then she just went to the store, got the wraps, and went somewhere.
However, when she leaves the AM/PM, she comes out here to Nebraska and heads west, this direction. There's video out there where people were searching right around in here. But, I mean, if you look at this, it's just this really long, flat, agricultural area. There isn't really any dangerous roads right around there that your car would just fly off down a ditch or something like that. So that's a bit ominous. Now, let's play the surveillance footage right now. This might offer some other clues. So she appears to be at the counter. I don't know what she was doing there. I don't see a transaction. Maybe she was just waiting for a transaction to be completed. That's what
thanks
it
for the
looked
PayPal.
like. She was looking at the debit card machine. But if you notice, let's go back a little bit here.
Hey, while you guys are sitting here, is there somebody out there? I'm getting these items from Amazon that say the Hughes family, and like a crime book. It looks like a case that I've covered, and then also a shirt for Chris and everything. But I mean, I'd like to know who's sending stuff. So can somebody just say, who's sending those? Because it kind of creeps me out actually. It's weird. So anybody out there that's sending those, I appreciate you thinking of us, but you might as well just put your name on it so I can thank you, right?
See, there's this guy that walks out right behind her, and I found it interesting, her behavior. And I know it's slow-mo, but it does appear that she kind of comes out and then kind of even rocks to the right a little bit to, like she's looking at him as she leaves through the door and then turns to the right. And then she gets into her vehicle. All right, now I know where she parked because if you notice right here, see these cement parking blocks right here? How that one's indented? Well, if you go down to Street View right here, she was parked right in front of this one, right where this pin is. So when she came out the front door, she turned to the right and her car was right here. That other individual took a left, so that means they were parked over here.
Thanks, Shelley.
And when she left this way and turned west, did this person over here, is it possible that person had something to do with it and followed her? I mean, anything's possible. There's no information indicating that. It would be interesting to see the same surveillance that caught her exiting and going west. Did it also pick up this vehicle, whoever that person was? Did they immediately follow and also turn west? That would be something very interesting to know. Okay, so let me read the post that her sister made regarding the timeline.
My name is Gray, not Greg. Okay.
She said, at around 3:30 a.m., my sister came home from a friend's family party. She noticed my brother Joey Fuentes wasn't home and called him and said where
they know she went into the
where
car.
he at, because she wanted to hang out with him.
It's obvious she got in the car and then she drove away. They know that. They've seen her on camera.
He wasn't home, so she told him she's going to go buy a wrap and smoke herself. So maybe she was...
Cairo sent me some of those damn beaver nuggets, man. The problem with them is they're so good that you unhealthily, if that's not really a word, I don't think, eat, like you just can't quit eating them. You just keep stuffing your face.
Looking for Joey to maybe smoke some pot. All right. Then at 4 a.m., she left our house and is seen on camera leaving the AM/PM around 4:06 and turning into Nebraska Street. Now we know she actually turned west on Nebraska Street. And that was 4:06 she was caught there. So she left the house at 4, and that's the grandparents' house. She goes to AM/PM, buys something, and then leaves there at 4:06. She probably bought the wraps. Leaves at 4:06 and is seen heading west. Then at 5:24 and 5:25, as you saw on the Fox 26 video, she used Facebook Messenger and tried to call Irene, the sister, that you can see up here, Irene Fuentes. And that was at 5:24 and 5:25, but got no response because she was sleeping, like most people are at that time, and that's why she didn't answer the phone call at 3:59 either, because she was sleeping. And she put some notes down here. It said, no, she wasn't going to meet a dealer.
Paulette.
She had a bunch of weed already. The party she came from was a friend's family party, not a huge party with random people. She has questioned the AMPM worker. I've questioned every person at the family party. My sister carries a tiny bag on her 24/7. She uses it as a purse. It's small, too small to pack clothes in. She carries her cash and card and weed.
And I even said it. It's probably not even a word.
And she said,
so you don't need to type it in.
Basically know for a fact.
It's kind of weird.
It's her turning onto Nebraska Street.
Yeah, it's really
yummy. It sucks so bad. I wish we knew way more, but we don't. I appreciate all of the help, but again, the only fact we know is her turning on Nebraska Street. Well, I mean, there's other facts that are all listed up in here. Then people were commenting to her underneath.
She didn't go there to buy snacks. I think she went there to buy like the wraps, like for wrapping joints. And we only see right at the end when she put her debit card in and she was waiting for it to clear, and then looked like she kind of pulled it out or something. That's all we see. Post on Facebook, and she said one of the answers was, Desiree, she loves smoking in the fields. We're a small town. There's nothing to do out here, really. All the young kids like to go smoke and chill in the fields, right? So it's possible she went out and sort of just smoked somewhere. But obviously, she was still trying to use her phone to communicate with her sister. Now, what we don't know is, was she the one that was going to be contacting the sister? We don't know. It could have been somebody else using her phone doing that. And then Vanessa, somebody else commented, she's replying to somebody named Vanessa. Yes, she has an iPhone, but wasn't sharing her location with anyone. None of us know her login credentials. Been trying since day one of her being missing to log in, but it's damn near impossible without knowing her credentials. Did she always FaceTime you instead of calling or texting? We talked through Facebook Messenger. That's what she was calling me on, and that's all her and my brother talked on before she went to the store. So that's really all we know right now, is that she was at a party. I don't know where the party was in town, but at that point it's almost irrelevant because she made it home, and at 4 o'clock she left the house and then went to the AMPM, and at 4:06 was already leaving the AMPM with her wraps, I guess, and then turned west. Based on that previous clip that we watched, she had lost a friend, but I was looking at her Facebook page and she actually lost another friend back in, I think it was 2019. All right, so let's take a look at what she wrote on Facebook. On February 27, 2019, she says, I was with Jose just hours before he was taken from us. Who would have known that was going to be my last moment seeing him alive? It's so unreal and truly heartbreaking to think there are people out there who could be so cruel and take the life of the sweetest person I know. Cherish the time you have with your loved ones, because it could all be gone in the blink of an eye. Rest in peace, Jose.
Is investigating a homicide right now after they say a body of a man was found on the side of the road near Fowler this morning.
No, she doesn't.
Detectives say the man was shot several times. Action News reporter Jason Oliveira joined us live from downtown Fresno with details. Jason?
Dale and Liz, now the body is believed to be that of an Hispanic male in his 20s. A Fowler bus driver actually called deputies just after 7 a.m. to say he saw something on the side of the road that looked like a body.
All of you should unhealthily eat those nuggets that were mentioned above.
Along acres of Fresno County farmland and rows of almond trees, detectives spent much of the day searching for clues after the body of a man was found on the side of the road near Fowler and Springfield. Deputies say the victim had been shot multiple times.
Looks like he's maybe in his 20s, Hispanic man. unknown on his name right now or where he might be from.
Once the body is identified, investigators will have a better idea of where the man was from and why he may have been in the area. According to the sheriff's office, early indications say the victim was shot there and left for dead, rather than the suspects transporting the body.
What are you saying, Gail? Hello, Gray, mods, freaks. Came in late but wanted to be here. Well, I would hope you wanted to be here. That's why you're here. Thanks for letting us know you wanted to be here.
From another location.
It doesn't look like the suspect or suspects put a lot of effort into trying to hide the body. It more or less must have been a quick
I'm not going to zoom in and do all the crap
that
that you're talking about.
Rid of him.
A lack of witnesses could hamper the investigation. There are not many homes in the area where this crime took place.
Once we identify who this victim
I think if you look closely enough, when you zoom in on the window, you can see Bozo the clown, just very clear, sitting in the passenger seat. Bozo and I'm not quite sure, but I think there's somebody dressed up in a Superman outfit in the back seat. But we're gonna have to look at that later. It's got there's some shading and whatnot, but yeah, just trust me on that. That Bozo the clown is sitting in the passenger seat.
Find out where he was last, any enemies he might have had, and then from there we can draw some better conclusions.
Now, the Sheriff's Department is not releasing the name of the victim until they can notify his family first. If you have any information about this crime, you're asked to call law enforcement. We're live tonight in downtown Fresno. Jason Oliveira, ABC 30.
Okay, so right here it says, along acres of Fresno County farmland and rows of almond trees, detectives spent much of the day searching for clues after the body of a man was found on the side of the road near Fowler and Springfield. Deputies have identified the victim as 18-year-old Jose Vasquez of Selma.
Thanks, money moves.
So that's the friend of Jolissa Fuentes from 2019 that was murdered. And it's interesting that she claims on Facebook that she was...
Hey, LM, have you sent me other, like, stuff from Amazon or something? I got 2 different packages for the Hughes family. One's a book, and the other one's like a shirt or something. I mean, it's just kind of... I don't like trying to spending time figuring stuff like that out.
And I guess there's a possibility that she might have had information that somebody didn't want out and did something about it.
Yes, please don't discuss what. I don't know what you're talking about, Ellen.
Perhaps the guy walking out in front of her at the AM/PM had something to do with that. We just don't know. At this point, it's all wild speculation. But it's interesting that she has a friend that was murdered in the same town 3 years prior, and then she just recently lost another friend that I don't have any information on. But I'd like to know what happened in that situation. But let's just put a pin right over here where Jose was found. Jose Vasquez. Okay. And that's sort of interesting because it's, it's not too far away. Man, they should actually be checking over in this area. Maybe she went over to reminisce or think about an old friend or somebody else took her out there. There's a pond right here. This case is one of those ones just like the other ones where it just poof, vanished. Okay, so just if you look at the case, she was at a party with a friend and that friend's family. She leaves the party at 3:30 and goes home. She noticed Joey wasn't home and then realized, wow, he might still be out. So she wanted to get a hold of him to maybe smoke some pot with him. And he didn't reply. She must have left a message on Joey's phone or a text message for him to know that. So then she drove to the AM/PM Mini Mart and bought some wraps and was going to go smoke some weed, apparently. She carries a tiny bag. My sister carries a tiny bag on her 24/7. She uses it as a purse. It's small. Too small to pack clothes. She carries her cash and card and weed in there. Okay, so she goes to the mini mart
I mean, the sister did say she had a lot of weed. You know, so, you know, maybe she wasn't going to see a dealer, but is it possible that she maybe was going to sell some to somebody or something? I mean, just, you know, I don't know. You know, if somebody, it doesn't seem like a big deal if it's not a lot, you know. I'm less than an hour. I don't know what a lot of pot means, you know. Quick drive. And she goes in there. She's there just minutes. And at 4:06, she gets into her vehicle and
covered it
last
surveillance
footage.
video
You can
too.
see her exit after another individual. The other individual takes a left. She takes a right, and she parks right where this pin is in this stall here. And she gets in her car, and then apparently there must be another video that shows her go this direction and turn west on Nebraska. If she was actually going to go home, she would have turned right there and driven like this and gone home. But she didn't do that. She headed west, and it's interesting to note that Jose is also west out here. Okay, that's where he was murdered. So that's something to consider. She also lost another friend recently. Okay, so this is all interesting information, and she definitely needs more exposure and more help out there. So please, everybody, share this information. Hey, LM, did you send me the Amazon, the book, and the shirt? I just need you to answer the question. And let's see if we can help find Jolissa Fuentes. And again, her license plate number is 8MP U766. It's a gray or silver 2011 Hyundai Accent. All right, and if you have any information, call 559-519-5641. All right, so thank you guys very much for watching. No, there wasn't though, LM. Thank you for the book and everything. But there's no message on any of these things that you've sent. I don't know why they keep leaving it off. Okay, but all it is, it just says the Hughes family, and then a book in a bag. That's it. There's no notes. There's nothing. Then the shirt was sent. There was no note. But I really appreciate it. Thank you. But I don't know what the hell they're doing. Amazon and your food delivery, they didn't do shit. Okay? I mean, they never mentioned your name at any time. Yeah, they didn't even say where it was from, LM. Now, all it said was the Hughes family and my address, and that's it. And then a book in a bag. There's no other information at all. It doesn't say, what state it's coming from. The lady couldn't even tell me. I called Amazon, and she said, "Wow, we can't tell you who it's from. We also can't tell you the state it's from." So, anyways, thank you. I appreciate it. But what I was saying was, it's really weird is they don't ever mention anything. It's just a bag with my... I don't even know. Here, I'll just show it to you. How about that? I won't even show it to you. You know what's funny? There's like inside the bag, crumbled up and stuck in a corner, it did say your name. Okay. Shoot. Man. God, it was the most ridiculous thing ever, man. Hey, Amazon, do better. That is crazy. Oh, cool. Well, thanks, LM. We'll check. Well, now I'll know, okay? But it's crazy. They did put a little thing, but it was in the bag. It was like in the corner, right, crumbled up, and like, God, I just opened it up and went, oh God, look at that. Oh, that's ridiculous. But anyways, thank you. And until next time, everybody, be safe out there. Man, I've got like chicken gate, all kinds of stuff going on here. Anyways, thank you. I actually thought maybe you know what's weird is I was able to guess, and I guessed a couple names, but she didn't say. No. It's not bad timing. All it is that they didn't put the name on any of the things. You know, the chicken. Right, but anyways, let's. I think I had some other images here. And by the way, you guys, I know this is late at night. It's not the normal time frame, but if we could try to make it like a normal night in here. So every single night on this channel, I do 3-4 hour shows every single night, and we bring in super chats and channel memberships. And then at the end of the month, because of all of your generosity, I take over 50% of the net revenue from the YouTube revenue, and I send it in, and that's what we do. I mean, basically the channel sends it in. I mean, we are all part of the same thing, that's how we were able to build up the DNA fund and all the different charities that we send money to. It's bulk, it makes a big difference. We 28,000 this year so far. So there you go. All I can, I know it's not the same time as an earlier show and whatnot, but hopefully we can have it be about the same, because last night was a good night. It kind of made up for some of the other nights, but hasn't been the greatest last few months all in general. But we're still kicking ass. We're still sending in $3,500 to $4,000 a month to various charities and the DNA fund. It's the consistency that our channel has that makes a difference. If somebody goes, oh yeah, 6 months ago we gave 4,000. I mean, that's awesome, But we try to do it every single month, so by the time the year's over, there's this huge number that was given from the income generated by the generous freaks of the Grant Hughes Investigates YouTube channel. All right. Where are we at here? I had a couple other images somebody sent, or actually got them on a web page. Let me see if I can find them. Oh yeah. Thank you, MM and Linda Howell. So I think this camera right here, I mean, this car right here is parked right where she was parked. See how these cement and they indent in that last one? That's the one she was in. That's the camera right there, either right here or this one. But I don't know if this thing keeps rotating. But there might be another camera right there, and I think it filmed her get into that vehicle. Not this one in particular, but. And then this is the stuff that you see behind out of the screen. So if you go to the right here, back there, this stuff right here is right over here, and this camera's shooting down. See that last one where it's indented a little bit there? Yeah, so that's the one she's in. What friend? I don't know. There's a recent friend, but there's a friend from 2019. If you watch the video I made that I put out, Zozo, did you watch it? We also played the whole video again on this show. But in that video in 2019, that friend was murdered. Just, I think, shot at the side of the road and left to die. So hold on a second. Hey, thank you, Jessica Schubach. Hold on a second. Let's see, hold on. Where is this? So where's Charleston Amy? Is she in here? She keeps saying that she doesn't want to come chat, and because thinks that everybody thinks she's funny because of the girl code thing the other night when she was making comments. Does anybody even care at all about that? God. Come on, Charleston, maybe. Not a soul in the world cares, okay? Man, that's just such an unimportant event. Yeah, right. So there isn't anybody in here that cares at all about that time where I didn't understand what you were saying. Okay? It was just funny. Yeah, people don't even remember the incident. Okay? So, no problem, Charleston Amy. No big deal. Get back in. All right, and thanks, Christine Antilla, I think. Yeah, I don't remember anything about that. So, let's just... I think what the deal is here is the party earlier in the evening likely has nothing to do with anything. Because she made it home, apparently at 3:30. Then she goes inside the house. And then, I guess, it's weird, but I guess she couldn't find her brother, so she tried to text him, and he didn't respond. I mean, wouldn't she just look in his room and see if he was sleeping or something? I don't know, but from here, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't know how people know. I guess she texted at like 3:59, the sister, and so that might be like, she might be saying, oh, I'm going to go get some wraps, so you could just kind of assume she left the house at 4, and then she was all the way just over here, 0.66 miles away, at the AM/PM Mini Mart right here, and that's where we get the video where we'll just play it again. So it looks like that's one of those debit card machines, and she just pulled her card out of the machine, and maybe she already had the wraps in her hand and she just put them in her pocket, and maybe the card's in that hand. Don't really know what that is. Maybe it's a phone. Looks like she switched whatever that was over to the other hand, and then she opened the door, and then she gets in there. I mean, people are actually claiming you can see her throw something in the back seat in that thing. Oh, give me a break. Yeah. Here we go. Let's zoom it in. Here we go, everybody. Let the pixels flow, man. This is going to be awesome. Oh, yeah. See how it's even less? You can't even see it at all. It's worse now. To me, it just looks like she gets in the car. I don't see anything. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing there. But she's not reaching at anything. I mean, she just gets into the car, everybody. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, don't pretend that you see stuff when there isn't anything. It's too far away. It's too blurry. This is a great exercise in that kind of garbage because it's too dark. Tinted windows, see? So when she gets in, right there, she just steps in, the right foot first, pulls the left leg in, shuts the door. That's it. And let me just tell you something. We're never going to be able to say, oh, God, there's somebody in the back seat. So you can come up with a million theories and make it really interesting and neato for everybody to talk about that, but there's no way of knowing that. Another interesting element is at 5:34 in the morning, her phone tries to do a instant messenger video call with her sister, and like 2 minutes, 1 minute, 1:34, 1:35, and the sister didn't answer. But we don't really know for certain if she's the one that made those calls. It's an hour and a half after she leaves that AM/PM Mini Mart. That's pretty weird. What was she doing? Where was she? And was that even her? Maybe it was somebody that was going to try to contact somebody and say, hey, you better do a ransom or something. And then apparently there's that must be a nightmare. Like, God, if I just answered, who knows what that might have led to. see. It's not Jessica. Just, please, come on. Yeah, it's just unreal. Unreal. Yeah, she just turns. Look. Nothing. But right here, see, to me it looks like she, in this one when she leans back, like she's trying to get a better look around the corner, but who knows. But right now she is looking at the person who just passed her. So this guy goes like this. And then she's already aware of him right there when she turns her head. And like she can still see him. He's right there. Boom. Sees him. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if they drove some, did they both turn west out of that AM/PM? If they didn't, he's meaningless in my mind. If they both turned west out of there, then I think you can almost, you're in a really high chance that those people they continued, there was another encounter. Because look at this out here. There's nothing out here. Almost everybody leaving that AM/PM is going to be heading this way or this way or this way. Maybe you live down here, but there's nothing out here at all. I mean, a few homes here and there. But if you're leaving that AM/PM, you're going to be going that way or this way or this way. She went out that way because maybe she likes to smoke dope in the rural areas. Okay, so you're saying that she was not followed. Okay, then that person likely has nothing to do with anything. Let's see. That's a different person. I'm not sure why you're sending me this Selma homicide victim. What does it have to do with the case? LM said I embarrassed her. How does it embarrass you? If you send me something, I could say thank you for sending them to me. I would have said thank you on the air anyways. Okay. I don't know who they're from. Okay, so I wanted to know who they're from. Sue me. Okay. I wanted to be able to say thank you to whoever sent them to me. I mean, doesn't that make sense to you? Think through it for a second. It's crazy. God. Yes, like I said, I'm sending. I don't know. It doesn't say on the package where it's coming from. I already told you that. It says right here. You know what it says out on the envelope here? It says the Hughes family, and it has my address, and that's it. There is nothing else on the package at all. And inside there was a book. Okay, and it doesn't. It didn't say anything. So. No, you don't, Charles Tonini, because it has nothing to do with anything that what you were doing at all. Okay, so you can pretend you're just one of those people that's going to keep going, aren't you, Charles Tonini? Let's not do it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I just don't know what to tell you. It doesn't say on the package where it's coming from or anything. It's completely blank. And so that's why I wanted to know and be able to thank somebody. Yeah. It's going to be a short show tonight, I can tell you that. Yeah, I mean, that's what goes in my mind. Right. Yeah, I just don't want to keep have you keep talking about the same thing over and over, Charleston. Even it's like it's not. It shouldn't have been embarrassing for you at all the other night. It was just funny. I didn't understand it. I said, "Oh, girl code, it didn't work. Oh my God!" You know, it was funny. You know, that's all it was, and it was funny to everybody, and should have been funny to you, but it turned out it wasn't funny, and so I don't know what to tell you on that. Yeah, it's great getting gifts, Jenny. But don't you also like to know who sends them to you? You know, like if somebody sent you something, wouldn't you be like, "Hey, I want to say thanks"? Well, Amazon didn't put anything on the packages to help identify whatsoever who they came from. I mean, of course I'm appreciative. I already said thank you like 57,000 times. Yeah, hey, no problem, Janet. Do you want to call in, or I can give you a link in the on the stream here. Yeah, okay, but here you go again. Let's see. I was just wondering if you want to, where did it go? Yeah, Janet, do you want to call in? I didn't see the Fox News article. What's new in it? Just send me an email with it instead of having me try to go find it. Okay, thanks. I don't even know what that means. Just, I need you to send, if you've got a Fox News article and you want me to read it, then send it to me. The email is right here. I'm just in a, the whole mood is weird now. For no fault of my own, man. I'm just trying to figure out so I can say thanks to somebody. My God. Be sick with worry. Yeah. All right, here's the link if you want to come on, Janet. It's right there. Okay. Her mom, I hope she'll reach out. Okay, alright. It says I've been I haven't been her since almost a year. Not sure what that means. When Jolissa Fuentes went missing, came out here, brought me so much memories of my son. Can't believe this is a nightmare. She will come out and find peace and talk to my son. They will always be together. Where can you be at? Misha, da, da, da. Oh, let's see what this is. This related? Or?
Yeah, there's one.
Most people searching, or the lack of media coverage and full-scale law enforcement response is discouraging. Yeah,
We're just Anywhere, all over the city and the countrysides. We're going to keep looking out here. This was her hometown, and something happened here, and we're going to find out what happened. I mean, we've been, every day we're searching and all kinds of different weather and conditions, but that's not going to stop us. We're going to find her. We're going to bring her home, and we're just everywhere, anywhere, all over the city and the countrysides. We're going to keep looking out here. This was her hometown, and something happened here, and we're going to find out what happened. I mean, we've been, every day we're searching and all kinds of different weather and conditions, but that's not going to stop us. We're going to find her. We're going to bring her home, and we're just everywhere, anywhere, all over the city and the countrysides. We're going to keep looking out here. This was her hometown, and something happened here, and we're going to find out what happened. I mean, we've been, every day we're searching and all kinds of different weather and conditions, but that's not going to stop us. We're going to find her. We're going to bring her home, and we're just everywhere, anywhere, all over the city and the countrysides. We're going to keep looking out here. This was her hometown, and something happened here, and we're going to find out what happened. I mean, we've been, every day we're searching.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Papa Q. Let's see. She said she interviewed the guy at the AM/PM. The sister did, but didn't really get much from him. The lack of media coverage. We did that one.
A Selma family is asking for your help in locating their missing daughter. 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes was seen last Sunday at an AM/PM gas station. There's a $5,000 reward for any information about her. Natalie Vera has the latest.
And I pray for strength, God.
The Fuentes are praying for good news.
We've been here for the past 5 days searching.
On Saturday, Jolissa Fuentes' loved ones carried out another search for the 22-year-old missing woman.
Trying to find anything that, any belongings of my daughter, whether it was her purse, her
Nah, I doubt she went back to she went the wrong direction to go to the party.
Any of her clothing, her car, and I hate to say it, even my daughter herself.
Jolissa was last seen at this AM/PM at Highland and Nebraska Avenues in Selma last
I would imagine the party was over by when she left. That's why she got home at it was really late.
Sunday. Here's surveillance video from that day. Jolissa pulls up at 4:04 a.m. She buys a cigar, and she's back in her 2011
she got a cigar.
silver Hyundai Accent by
She's gonna make a blunt.
4:06 a.m. But then she drives off and makes a left on Nebraska
let me ask you
Avenue.
guys something. Why doesn't anybody give us the entire surveillance camera footage? Like right there was a little bit extra when she actually was getting out of the car. So why is that in that one, but we don't have it out? Just somebody put the entire thing out there in its clearest form. It's easy.
Her parents say she lives with grandma and she should have made a right turn to go back home.
We don't know why she turned left.
Her loved ones don't think Jolissa would disappear on her own, though.
Her phone's been off. We've been sending text messages, calling it, but it's been off since Sunday.
The Fuentes say Jolissa's sister had 2 missed FaceTime calls from Jolissa's number at 5:24 and 5:25 a.m. That's about an hour and a half after she left the gas station.
This is by far my worst week ever of my life.
We're desperate. We need my baby back. So if somebody knows where she's at, please let her go. If you know anything, please let us know.
If any of that stuff existed, they would have done it, right? Don't you think? Yeah.
For now, her friends and family continue searching.
Don't give up, because I know my baby wouldn't give up.
There is a $5,000 reward for information leading to Jolissa's whereabouts. If you know anything about this case, please contact Selma Police.
The key thing that they got to do is at 5:34 and 5:35, there was a attempt to call using Facebook Messenger the sister
that would have generated a ping somewhere or hit some kind of a Wi-Fi or somewhere something. Okay, that's it. And after that, though, the whole phone went dead, and they don't have access to logging in or anything like that to the account. They tried. They don't know what the password is. They don't have the credentials. Remember, we read that yesterday. I'll read what the sister wrote as the timeline. I think it's probably more accurate. Yeah, it's right here. It says, "Hey everyone. So me, as her sister, this is what I know is facts. At around 3:30 a.m., my sister came home from her friend's family party. Doesn't mean the party was still going on. It means she finally came home from the party. She noticed my brother Joey Fuentes wasn't home." Okay, so there you go. She came into the house, noticed he wasn't home, and called him and said, where is he? And because she wanted to hang out with him. He wasn't home, so she told him she's going to go buy it. So that could have been actually in person. You know, instead of a text message, she might have actually got a hold of him, you know, physically, as it were, on the phone. Like, he literally answered the phone and said, well, he wasn't home, so she told him she's going to go buy a wrap. So probably a cigar that you probably take the tobacco out and then put marijuana inside and smoke it herself. Because apparently she bought a cigar, right? Then at 4 a.m., she left the house and is seen on camera leaving the AM/PM around 4:06 and turning onto Nebraska Street, and from another article she turned west. How do you know it's a Swisher? They actually told you the brand that it was in an article. Alright, hold on. Missing California woman's parents heartbroken by lack of updates in search for 22-year-old Jolissa Fuentes. I think I did see this a minute ago. And when I scroll down, it starts playing that stupid music again. Right. Come on, go ahead. Okay, let me stop it. The parents of missing California woman Jolissa Fuentes say they are heartbroken by the lack of updates in the search for their daughter and what feels like attention on the case in contrast to other missing persons cases. Amen, right? Selma police initially said the 22-year-old was last seen on August 7th at AM/PM gas station in Selma, California at around 4 a.m. But police chief Rudy Alcaraz told Fox News Digital on Friday they have footage of Fuentes driving by herself after that time. Okay, so there you go. That answers some of your questions when you wonder if somebody's in the car. So no, she wasn't throwing something to somebody in the back seat.
Well, Gray, how do you know something didn't jump out on the whale?
Oh, God, give me a break, okay. But Police Chief Rudy Alcaraz told Fox News Digital on Friday that they have footage of Fuentes driving by herself after that time. Well, where? You know? We picked her up on camera after that. However, we're not going to relinquish that information, as we have to kind of consider all avenues, he said. Right now, there's nothing that is insinuating foul play, but again, we don't have much information. Well, you could have shared where you at least saw her last. Oh, Jesus. Nobody was talking about that, though, Zozo. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. People were saying there was somebody in the car at the gas station, so that is irrelevant right there. The Selma Police Department has partnered with Fresno Sheriff's Office to use some of their resources such as helicopters to assist with their search. Federal law enforcement officers are also involved, according to Alcaraz and Fuentes' family. Still, they have received no definitive leads regarding the 22-year-old's whereabouts in the 2 weeks since she vanished. Missing Jolissa Fuentes' family pleads for help. We think Someone took her against her will. Yeah, but you said though as if it was countering what I said. Her family believes she may have driven out to a rural area east of Selma where there are orchards and vineyards because Jolissa used to spend time there to clear her head after one of her best friends died last year. So I don't know who that is, this person. On the night she disappeared, well, somebody did send me something. I'm not sure if that's what they're trying to tell me. That okay, this Javi Ramirez guy. Hold on. Yeah, so maybe he passed away or something. Don't really know. On the night she disappeared, she had come home from a party and stopped at her grandmother's house to grab some cash and a bag before heading to the AMPM. They say Jolissa has not contacted anyone and has not picked up her phone since she was last seen, which is extremely unusual for her. Meanwhile, Jolissa's parents, Norma Nunez and Joey Fuentes, get up each morning to conduct their own searches for their daughter, put up flyers, and ask people in the areas where their search, if they have surveillance cameras. They previously told Fox News Digital that they believe Jolissa was taken against her will. They don't come back until dark, Nunez said over the phone. Yeah, I remember looking at this right here. What I don't understand is if you got all these resources and other agencies involved, police say the FBI is getting involved, we should have something. These are some of our top trained agencies in the United States, supposedly, Joey Fuentes said. We're doing all we can do. We don't know what to do. He continued, adding that he and his wife are trying to do everything they can to find their daughter. The family's done a wonderful job of putting information out about Jolissa. We're working with all the state and local federal agencies to try to get the best information and have pretty much everything we can think of or has been suggested to us to try and find Jolissa. We're just hoping for more information that will lead us to her. Let's see. The police chief added that Selma PD will likely not release any new press releases on social media until there's a significant update. Yeah, that's kind of how it was in the Kylie case. We want to make sure that if we put something out, it's because we have something new and different direction. Well, you did say something up here that was different. They actually have her on camera later. You know, you have her on camera after she left the AM/PM and she's alone. Where does it say that the other car turned the other direction? Where are you guys getting that information? Was it something one of the family members said, or? I got a PayPal from Velvet Army. Well, thank you so much. Very generous. Thank you very much. Very kind, very kind. But, so they're searching 2 areas with lakes. Paragraph about the where does it say? Kylie headline says they are searching 2. I don't even know what you're talking about, Dee. Well, of course, she probably was drinking. You know, the land's really flat out there, so she's not crashing somewhere. I want to know where they saw her last, because we're just totally wasting. I mean, she drove this way, and then all of a sudden got on 41 and drove way over here somewhere. We don't have any idea at this point. All right. How about let's just do phone calls or something. All right. Or this will just be a really short show. It's a slow one. So let's do the. Here's the invitation link right here. And you just have to click on it and join. You don't have to use video. You won't be on video anyways. So I'll pin that. So that'll be the pinned post is a Zoom link. Yeah. Well, I don't remember reading that part. Did I read it out loud? Or did I just not make it to that part? It just seemed like it just kept going on and on. Oh, Pine Flat Lake, and her family believes she may have driven out to a rural area east of Selma where there are orchards. I think I skipped past that or something. Maybe I did read that. I don't remember reading it, though. No, I mean, I made it way past that because I was looking at this, right? I read all the way down here, but it's way up here at the top. It's this one sentence that's at like after this image. It was right here. And look, they just can't do an article without putting Kylie Rodney in there. Alright. So let's see where Flat Lake is. So maybe that's why Adventures with a Purpose can help. I was wondering how in the hell they have, like, what do they have to do with this kind of case? They look in lakes and things like that. Alright, so over here, Pine Flat Lake. And the other one is Avocado Lake. That's a huge lake to be. Well, that's interesting then, because that makes it seem like she was out in this direction. Yeah. I'm going to have to just throw myself into prison here in a minute, you guys, just for the hell of it. I doubt very seriously that the two cases are connected. What two cases? Now, Kylie's case has nothing to do with this one. Absolutely nothing. Okay. I mean, people just want things to be connected so they can kind of like, we can, give you a good reason to talk about it. Because other than that, you wouldn't talk about it, right? I don't think I mean, it's 1 in a million. 1 in a million. Oh, well, there you go. See that? LM sent me to prison. We're going to be in here the rest of the night. Because I can guarantee it, LM isn't sending me out. And either is Charleston Navy, okay? They're going to leave me in here. Now, we aren't going to be able to check it out. We're not going to be able to look at it, Sack and Fox Nanny. I'm stuck in prison. Yeah. God, every time I sit here, my nose starts getting plugged. I don't know if it's from the... We're going to do a 5-minute countdown. If we're not bailed out, show's over. Comparing apples and oranges. Well, they're just not even... it's completely, totally different cases. You got, first of all, 22-year-old woman living in a tiny little town who's out really late smoking pot, and the other one is a party with like 200 people. And a 16-year-old girl who's got really drunk. Yeah, we know she lived with her grandma. We went over all that yesterday and in the video today that I put out. Everything. Hey, look at that. WNC Granny actually gave it down. All right, thank you.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I'll do Chewbacca if you want me to.
Yeah, she's been missing for 10 or 11 days. Well, thanks, Suz F. Is that for my meal in a hotel? Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, DK. I know you give it that Alifair. It was more of a rhetorical comment. You didn't need to actually.
Hi, Ray, smiley face, and freeze.
I care. I just don't have any money. Jeez. What a crazy person. Thanks, DK. By the way, where is D&K Reck? I want to get back on that story with his friend that was a what do you call him? Paramedic who was like assaulting these girls somehow on the side. He just was a total hiding in society, and he didn't even know. They were like good friends, you know. Thanks, Brandy C. Okay, so you want to know, it's pretty far away. It's way over here. So let's measure to Avocado Lake, just as the crow flies. It's 20 miles. And that would mean about 28 miles to Pine Flack Lake. So I wonder, hey, thanks, Brianna Props. I kind of wonder if they think that they must have her on camera somewhere heading in this direction. And so maybe this lake here is definitely manageable for somebody like Adventures with Purpose. But this lake here, you know, you're getting pretty big here. What you would probably want to do if you think that she went in the water, maybe intentionally, who knows, you know, maybe she's depressed. She had she has a friend that passed away in 2019 and another one more recently. You know, maybe she was depressed and you would go down to a boat ramp like this and go into the water. See, I don't think you all need to type in look at. Okay. The hell is that thing? I'm fired out of it now. Look at. I think she just brought. Yeah, they mentioned themselves, Paranoid Patty, that they were going out there. Yeah, I mean, she had money with her. She goes to the store. She bought a blunt, you know. Maybe that was sort of a last hurrah. Remember that one weird case we had in Oregon about 2 or 3 years ago where that lady, you know, I don't know, she wasn't getting along at home or something. She goes to a store. She bought some items, like just regular shit, you know, chips and soda and whatnot. And then she drove over to a grove somewhere and hung herself from a tree. And then somebody walked by and thought it was an animal that had died and it was her. Remember that one? Yeah, right. It's probably just in that little purse. Right, everybody, here's the thing, you guys. Adventures with Purpose is really good at what they do. They do stuff where using ping information that's provided to them from law enforcement, last ping information, they're able to, look at that and reasonably assess that maybe the car went in some water here, and then they have this really good equipment that they use to determine where the vehicles are. Okay? They're not miracle workers, though. I mean, it's like, I think people, it's great for them. I mean, it's great publicity. It's a little bit like they're becoming, the way people refer to them, which isn't fair to them, it's almost like you're the dog, the bounty hunter guys. I mean, you guys, oh, they got bounty hunter in here, yay! Let these guys do what they do. They're good at it, But you don't make it seem like they're going to get the answer every single time. I don't know. We don't have a count. Zozo. God. It's just, there's lakes. There's a lake here. There's a lake here. They obviously have her on camera somewhere else, they said. And it must be leading in this direction, and hence the reason they're looking maybe in these lakes. And does this lake here have a boat ramp? Maybe right there-ish? Wow, look at that. Man, street view. Yeah, I mean, she could have came down there, drove right into that lake there. I mean, I don't have any, do we have any indication at all that she was depressed at all? Are you still in there, Janet? Yeah, my nose is just plug. There's 72 lakes. Yeah, good job, Street View. At least they got it to right here. Let's see if this other bigger one has... so there's a dam right there. And so I guess you would have to drive up, probably up around... Yeah, let's see. So if she did drive up there, she'd be on this side. And so you've got like this area where you could drive into the water right there easily. There's even a car in the water pulling a boat out. And she would have continued, could have gone around there. Then there's other spots like right there, here. Yeah, it becomes really daunting if somehow she ended up in that lake right there. You'd have a whole bunch of different boat ramps to check, and I wouldn't be surprised if they find a whole bunch more. Other vehicles that were put in there a long time ago. That's what's kind of crazy. When you have sonar like that, you can find all these other vehicles that you weren't even looking for when you went in there. They said they're going to search them in the article we just read. Now police are searching in the areas of Pine Flat Lake and Avocado Lake. Yeah. Never seen it from overhead, huh? What's that? Are you doing this on purpose? Are you punking me? God. My nose is just plugged. It's just getting worse sitting here. I almost have to talk like this without using my nose. Yep, Pine Flat Lake, yeah. What about it? No, it's not in that direction. We just showed that on the screen 30 seconds ago. The lakes are right here, and the AM/PM is right over here, and she went this way. So how did she end up over here? They're obviously checking these lakes for a reason. That means they said she was spotted alone, but they're not giving out that information yet, which is stupid, okay? Because then you'd have people in a certain area looking out for her. Yeah. Never seen what? Overhead? What? Well, anyways, the phone is working up there, you guys. Why don't you click on it, call in, and give me your thoughts. My God. Listen. These other people have shows where they say absolutely nothing. And people call in with nothing of value to say whatsoever. So why don't you guys call in who actually have value? You know, things that are interesting. You know? You ever thought of that? I'm not sure what that means, Snickers. You sound weird, strange, a strange person. I don't want your thoughts, LM. I've already explained to you. It didn't even mention the word anything of where it was from or anything. So you have to see it from my point of view, and if you can't, then, you know, wow. Huh? No, we never heard anything about her leaving the party mad. Yeah, nobody said that. We didn't read any of that. Well, maybe they're smoking a lot of dope there, Pkwy, and they see Bigfoot. Or Chewbacca.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about her being mad leaving the party. Yeah. Huh? What does that mean? So you're out for Serial Killer Sunday. Don't even know what that means. Is that girl code again? Can you guys figure out what that means? So you're out for Serial Killer Sunday. What does it mean? I think a lot of people went out there with they wanted people to come out with drones. So hopefully they got out there. You know what would work really well is to put a 360-degree camera hanging from the bottom of a drone and then fly the drone around and then take the 360-degree footage and you can look all over the place as it was flying around. And the drone could look too. Anybody know what that means? So you're out for Serial Killer Sunday? Anybody? Anybody at all? Come on, Amy. Are you doing it again for fun? No, there's no reason that police shouldn't be able to tell us where she was last spotted driving. You know, it's just stupid. I think that's a stupid mistake. It's just like, well, we haven't really worked it hard, so we're gonna keep this little piece because we want to, you know, seem like we're doing something. And oh wow, that was like 10 minutes ago. Oh, when I was in jail. Okay, wow. Okay. I guess I would have been out for Serial Killer Sunday. That makes more sense now. Rewind mode. God. That's why we all hate rewind mode. Okay. Where can you get that information, Snickers? Well, I think you just try clicking on that link and see what it does. Buckle money. Yeah, see what happens. I think it just comes in. I don't know if you have to have Zoom or anything. Come on, Charleston, Amy. You got trapped in the rewind mode zone, man. That's what happens. That's why the same thing happens when people say, "Hey, that's crazy. What was that all about?" And you're not even talking about anything. Like, you could be, and it turns out they're like 25 minutes behind on rewind mode. See, what you got to do is it's just funny. Okay? Just don't worry about it. It's hilarious. That's happened to every single person in here. I just did it the other day. I was in, I don't remember who it was, like Lorden or somebody, and I went back and rewound it. 30 minutes behind, and I was like, "Oh wow! So you guys," and then I catch up, and they're playing a game or something. I wasn't even close to what they were talking about. They were playing some kind of, yeah. Yeah, there's just too many posts. Yeah. When you say group post, what's a group post? I mean, in a group? Because you already put the group name, so you'd say, in here there's a post. Let's see. Oh, God, look at this. Too much. This. Whenever you see this right here, run for the hills. Whenever you see like all this stuff, people drawing, look at. Yeah, forget it. Okay. Oh, that was from yesterday. What about the one from the day? That was made to be members only. I don't see the post you're talking about, so. Yeah. You'd have to send me a link. Wait, hold on. Oh, no. You gonna try it, Buckle Bunny? You just click on the link. I gotta figure out an easier way. I gotta make it so it's just a regular phone number you can dial and you're right there. Maybe I'll even just get a second cell phone that I don't use other than it's for the show, you know? Something like that. Would that be worth something? Just a really cheap. Yeah. Well, I was really hoping people would want to call in and talk about it, but I don't know. You guys don't seem like the freaks don't seem like people that call in. You're not the knitters and the backgammon players that sit on the screen for hours. So maybe that's good, maybe it's bad. I don't know. Maybe I need a little bit of those people too. It's pinned at the top of the screen. It's been there the whole time. In the chat, it's right there at the top. Well, I just mean like they go on to. Hey, you've seen these, Eugenie. There's these channels that have these panels, and they're the most uninteresting panels you've ever seen because Like, out of the 5 people on the screen, 4 of them are doing crafts, knitting or some shit, and they're not even listening, and it's just, it's it's a joke. Okay, it's a joke. All right, Ben, you're in. You don't do the video, but what's going on? Are you in there? Ah, shit. They already got off. Well, we give it a shot. Yeah, it didn't work. No, we didn't really have a caller. We probably had a troll or something. Jabber? Huh. I don't know what that is. My mom could knit. You know what's cool about my mom? She actually bought one of those. What are those things called that you? What is it? Spin yarn or something? Where she took wool and turned it into actual yarn. One of those little machines that you have your foot and it's sort of like. Yeah, I don't know. Is that what they're called? No, it's one of those things where you press with your foot and you're kind of spinning wool. Well, yeah, a foot pedal. Yeah, that's right. What? Yeah, spinning wheel. Yeah, see? Wow, you guys. Yeah, she used to do that, and then she knitted us all sweaters and things like that. She made us stuffed animals when we were kids, too. Bunny rabbits. They're really cool bunny rabbits. They were, like, they had hands like this, you know, and then these long legs and feet, and they had, like, vests on, and then this head with these floppy ears, and then buttons for eyes, and then she sewed on the nose, and it had the... They were pretty cool. I wish I still had those. She made 3 different ones. You know, Jack the Rabbit, a different one. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, you made the bunnies too? Sweet. Jabber is an app. Didn't get up the phone, so I don't have a lot of info on it. Yeah, this is pretty late. Yeah, maybe it'll just be a shorter show. We're on here for an hour and 41 minutes already. And the phone's not ringing off the hook. Now, maybe it was, you know, Kylie's case. Oh, yes, we all have a theory. Did you notice when she tilted her head back and... 406. I don't know. I wish we had information about her mental, you know, her mental well-being. You know, having a friend die in 2019, another friend dying in 2021. So maybe this guy, this Javi Ramirez individual died. So this is her mom, I guess. Okay, people, we have a small lead. We really need you to help. We will meet at my mother-in-law's tomorrow morning. Let's bring my baby back. Alright, so this is the mother-in-law's house. Oh, that's the same house. It's the same one. Everything goes back to the grandparents' house. Her family believes she may have driven out to a rural area east of Selma now. Oh, that's interesting. So she went west, but now they're saying east of Selma. So that's over here, and then that brings into play this sort of, you know, this is east of Selma, but it's also northeast. So, alright, her family believes she may have driven out to a rural area east of Selma where there are orchards and vineyards because Jolissa used to spend time there to clear her head. I thought they were saying it was west of. That's what direction she turned out of the parking lot. And they used that same wording. They said she turned west. And she probably headed to an orchard to clear her head. But now they're east? See, that gets really confusing, right? Now it's a whole different direction. Thank you, Vale. Her family believes she may have driven out to a rural area east of Selma where there are orchards and vineyards because Jolissa used to spend time there to clear her head after one of her best friends died last year. On the night she disappeared, she had come home from a party and stopped at her grandmother's house to grab some cash and a bag before heading to AM/PM. They say Jolissa has not contacted anyone and has not picked up her phone. I don't know, that's kind of confusing because that's the opposite direction. Now police are searching in the areas of Pine Flat Lake and Avocado Lake. That's from the Fox News article. Screenshot there. Can anyone make some copies? Let's see what this is. I gotta go blow my nose. Jeez. Hold on a second. Yeah, but why would you do that, Amy Celeste? It wouldn't make any sense. I mean, you take a... Why not just take a right? Right here. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you take a west? Go west here. And then the next roads are here, and then you go like that. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it could be that she went out here for a little bit and smoked, and then came back around. But they think she's east of Selma now, over, in this area. Which is opposite of what they said yesterday. They said, oh yeah, well she went west, and then there's some orchards out there that she'd like to hang out with. Well, that doesn't make any sense, Amy. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So you're going to go to a creepier place to get away from a creepy guy? You're going to head out where there's nobody instead of going into town where there's... Yeah. Who's saying they're related? God. That's ridiculous. I mean, come on. Yeah, well, remember the other missing couple? They were the same weekend too, right? Well, their car flew off the side of the road and they were killed. Does anybody have an update on that? I don't know. Yeah, that case is weird to me because, like I said before, you know, the car goes off the side of the road at the same moment that the girl in the passenger seat calls her boyfriend, and the guy she's with is her ex-boyfriend. I don't know. Yeah. I'll be a little bit surprised if that is just some random accident. I don't think an autopsy is going to help anything. You know, all it would be is a split decision. If I can't have you, nobody can. Turn the wheel off the cliff, they're dead. An autopsy wouldn't show anything. It would just show that they died from a vehicle accident. Huh? Nope. So no, I don't even. Right? But that could have caused distracted driving. No, but she wasn't driving. I just told you. Wishing bee. I just explained it to you. She wasn't driving the vehicle. Right, they were out of the cars, yeah. That part's interesting. Like the seatbelts. Where were the seatbelts? You know, most people these days wear seatbelts, and wouldn't they have kept them in the car? That's one of the things I asked. No, the phone wouldn't have called distracted driving because she wasn't driving the car. So don't go, well, maybe he was watching her. Send it. Okay, you know, that's getting too far off. Ah, jeez. So there you go. Okay, well, of course. Well, that's the whole issue that I have is that, you know, he probably didn't like that aspect of it. I think there's something else going on. It is weird, though, that they both were ejected from a car if they had seatbelts on. It's very unlikely to the point where we're not going to talk about it, Real Tangerine. How about that? Okay, so you can go ahead and talk about it somewhere else, but I'm not going to talk about how you think it's related, this case, to Kylie. The reason you want it to be related is so that you can keep talking about Kylie in an offhanded way by sort of bringing it back in, like sort of, hey, yeah, Jolissa, yeah, that's great and everything. Hey, but what about Kylie? Whoa, so do you guys think it might be related? Now, let me talk about Kylie now. So the thing is, I'm not going to be talking about that. All right, everybody in the world's talking about her, and so we're just looking at this case right now. So does anybody have any thoughts on this one? And that is why people want to connect it. You guys know that, right? They want to connect them because they want to keep talking about Kylie's case. And that is the truth, what I just told you. No, that is why, Real Tangerine. Trust me. I know how yours and a lot of these people's minds work. They want to talk. There's one case, so they got to kind of make everything related. Wow, they're 4 hours away. Ooh. Yeah, do you think this one's an accident too, Zozo, with the flat ground and everything? Yeah. So you think the one with the couple's an accident? No way. Man, I think the odds of that being an accident are really low. That the car goes flying off of a cliff the moment that she calls home. That's why the phone pinged. Or she texts her boyfriend. It just, yeah. That would be really quite astounding. We might not ever get to know the answer, though. Oh yeah, maybe those two. Yeah. The only problem is with her. Jolissa has way less chance than Kylie of knowing. Look how open it is here. There's almost nowhere for a car to hide unless it sort of went into one of these fields here, and nobody's seen it yet, like in a big, thick cornfield somewhere. But then, how would she die? It's just really flat land. There's no cliffs or anything. It's maybe if she went over here, there's issues. There's water now and things like that. So we'll see, I guess. It could be very, very, easily could be. She did have a friend die in 2019 that was murdered, and she was with that friend earlier in that same day. So is it possible that there's something going on where, she knew information and, that's a possibility. Not really likely, but something. Well, not really. You just brought up, how they're related to Kylie 100 times. Real Tangerine. Yeah, so. And then she had another friend die this last year. Huh? Man, I should just have this held in.
Huh? 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 Huh?
We don't know about the more recent friend. I don't know. People have sent me stuff, but I can't tell you if that's what. So this is one here. It says the victim of Selma's first homicide of 2021 has been identified. See, this says Leo Avendano. That's not the same name that we were given earlier. So it's just like people just kind of throw out names hoping, Uh-huh. Yep. W and Sigrani, we covered that whole case the other night. Is there something new in the article that you sent me? Let's see. This is from yesterday. Yes. Investigators found 2 Yuba City, California residents. Same night. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we already covered that. We did a show, and during the show, we already found out that they were found, and then we covered it the next day. So I'm not sure what that information was. Oh, it says something about him being jealous in this article? I don't see it. It doesn't say that in this article right here. Oh, had recently started seeing someone new. He wasn't pleased. Yeah, we read that part. Yeah. That didn't say the word jealous, though. Did you block somebody, LM? Yeah. helpful to know what time of day the males died. If it was early morning and where. Yeah, it wouldn't be helpful at all. So you wishing be, it sounds like, it almost feels like you're trying too hard, you know, to sort of think of things and throw them out there. It's just, you know, I mean, it could be helpful to know what time of day the males died. If it was early morning where dangerous people hang out. Who knows, you know? Come on. We don't have enough information in this case to really try to, you know, come up with really solid theories. I don't even know. We don't even know about her mental state. We don't know of anything. All we know is that she turned left coming out, and some of the other information about what she had with her, what she bought. And now police are saying she was east of the town. Yeah. Huh? I didn't block anybody. Who blocked somebody? I don't even know what you're saying, Alifair. Darn it. No idea. You have to rewrite that sentence. Well, people can block whoever they want, but it's just kind of weird. Come on, LM. You don't have to block some. No, they haven't spoken on anything. Boyfriends or... I haven't seen it. I was hoping that there'd be some family members or friends or somebody would come on and talk about it, but apparently they're doing other things. And there's lots of people that go missing. We're just talking about 2 of them. Gray and opinion is just that too we find. Gray and opinion is just that too we find out what happened. Huh? 2 of her friends were murdered. Yeah, well, it's a small town, so... You know. Alifair, I couldn't make out one word that you said in your comment up above. Gray and opinion is just that too we find. Now that is some serious girl code there. You're going to have to really help me out with that one. Yeah, no, we have opinions, but I don't like when people throw out just absolutely just any... So they're trying to throw out as much shit as they can to hope something sticks when there's an answer. Okay? Like, literally just think about stuff and come up with something reasonable. You know? Yeah, we know Wishing Bee. Yeah, we follow the cases all the time. Are you new here, or it sounds like you're kind of like you're not really aware? Let's see. God, you guys see that person that put a tattoo of a cat's butt on, and their belly button was the cat's butt? It's like, why would somebody even think of doing that? It was ridiculous. We don't know if it's near. It's not near. We don't know if it's near the orchard or not. They said it was east of town. It is sick. It's just why would you even think of doing that? It looks stupid. You know? I think I'm going to just do a shorter show tonight, you guys. It's 11 o'clock. Because we don't know. They haven't told us where the orchard is. They made it sound like the orchard was west of the AM/PM. Now the orchard somehow is magically to east of town. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, I was kind of hoping, I sent some messages to their family and said, hey, you guys should come on and stuff, but I was hoping maybe they'd come on, but keep stream going, wave. I don't know. It's been pretty slow. We don't have much info. Yeah. Plus my nose is just... Yeah, I know. I tried this. I don't know what the deal is with my nose. Maybe let me go do that spray that I have.
Keep streaming wave, ocean wave.
Well, I don't think people wanted to join you there, Zozo. I don't know. Ugh. I think I was outside all day, and I don't know. When I took a shower, but it feels like it got worse when I got here. Yeah, that nasal spray. Huh. In and out, yeah. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna I don't have any more to say about this one. Maybe tomorrow we'll have more information since they're gonna be searching in other areas. Maybe they'll give us out stuff. But I just don't have anything else. I was hoping people would call in that actually knew maybe what's going on. Well, your wave didn't work, Zozo, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out. See, that's why doing shows at 9 o'clock at night, even if you have the same number of people, for some reason doesn't work the same. Oh yeah, well good. Yeah. I do get impatient. I don't like. I don't know. I do. I get impatient, and that's just the way it is. I'm not going to be different. Well, I'm not feeling impatient now because somebody said it wasn't cool to be impatient. It's yeah. It's weird too because I didn't really have much allergies when I was out playing golf, which is outside, but. Sometimes I always wonder if there's pollen coming out of the vent, but I don't think so. Hey, it's Kathy Frieden Maker. You know what we could do is I wanted to look up in Linda Moldenhau's honor, look on newspapers.com and see if there's any sort of the cattle mutilations. Wouldn't that be crazy if there was actually Oh, you know what I found yesterday was the H.G. Wells in the newspaper, how they were talking about how people were mass panicking over the War of the Worlds audio. And somebody in my comments said, oh, hey, they weren't like that at all. Gray, they were just... Yeah, well, I found multiple articles that proved you wrong, whoever said that. And just tooted? Ew. That's gross. That's TMI. Let's see. Look at this. Oh, wow. Here's one right here. Can you believe it? Right off the bat. Look at this. In Santa Fe, New Mexico, a chronology of animal mutilation cases. Wow. Hey, thanks, Lillian. Put you in there. Ah. Lady in Appaloosa mare is found dead with all the skin removed from her neck and head near the Great Sand Dunes in San Luis Valley of southern Colorado. Odd scorch marks and pod marks are found near the carcass. Strange lights making impossible maneuvers in the night skies were reported. Woohoo! Hey, why not, Jen? It's interesting. This is the one for Linda Moulton Howe. Yeah, that actually did happen with War of the Worlds, yeah. They were reading it, even though there was commercial breaks. Let's see. Then 1970, widespread reports of cattle mutilations in several states, primarily Minnesota, Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma. The mutilations spread to other states in 1973. Look at all these. Man. That's pretty crazy. I might have to do like an actual video or something on this at some point. 1978. Teams formed to head mutilation investigations. Investigative teams experienced in cattle mutilation incidents have been organized in state west of Mississippi, including Colorado. With a hotline located in Paris, Texas, the teams will be dispatched by air within a maximum of 48 hours after word is received of a fresh mutilation. If their proximity, said Tom Adams, whose new publication Stigmata has provided law enforcement officials and independent researchers with the first annual national report on cattle mutilation problem. So that was like a real thing. Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, let's see if we can find Linda Moulton. I think it's Howe, something like that. Is that how it's spelled? Yeah, Moulton. Linda Moulton Howe. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I got that right. There she is. Oh, here we go. And that's your namesake. UFO book author sets to prove we're not alone. The Howe file. The name Linda Moulton Howe. Bachelor's in English Literature, University of Colorado. Yeah. That's so crazy. This stuff's sitting here in the. Yeah, there it is. Writer blames extraterrestrials for animal deaths. Cause of bizarre mutilations. The best kept secret in the world. Linda Moulton Howe. There we go. There she is, Linda Howell. Our buddy. Huh? Oh, I don't know, Zozo. We're on to something else. Let's see. Yeah, I could probably just get some sleep. Yeah. How do we even know that's a true story, though, that that person told in that group? Did you look it up? I thought Linda Howell was going to be here and like to see this. Come on, don't you think that that was... How do you know that she's even telling you the truth? Well, I mean, yeah, maybe the... I'm supposed to be getting a new filter. I just got an email, so maybe it's bad at this point. It's supposed to be here sometime soon. Next couple days. So maybe that was it. Yeah. Yeah, it just seems like a something somebody would just say to draw attention to themselves. People like to do that a lot. When you're doing a case, they always talk about their problem, and then everybody goes, "Wow, ooh," and they love the feeling they get when people, you know, look at them and say, "Your story is even better than the one that we're talking about." So who knows, right? Don't even know. Yeah, it was probably an account created a week ago. And well, it's Linda Moulton Howe, not Linda Howell. Yeah. This nose is really bugging me. It's hard to even talk, so it's like... I'm not a mouth breather. Yeah, I prove it. I'm proving it right now, right? I'm not a mouth breather. I might be tonight, though, when I'm sleeping, though. I don't know what's going on. No, it's not COVID. It's not COVID. It happens the last 3 nights in a row when I've been sitting here. All the rest of the day, it's normal. Let's see. Huh? That's why I think it's funny that I believed Gray about you and... Oh, yeah. No, she's actually Linda Howell, not Linda Moulton Howe. But since the name sounded similar, right, I'd always say, "Thank you, Linda Howell," as in Linda Moulton Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. Right? Yeah. Oh, you believe that for a whole year? Wow. Okay, well, thank you to Charleston Amy, Christine Antilla, very generous, Velvet Army, thank you very much, and Sorry for the quality wasn't the greatest tonight. Kind of late, tired, nose plugged. But we get, I figured we could come on and you guys watch the video. Maybe you guys would have something to say. But the video was just so great. It filled in everything that you could ever want to know. And but apparently she went over east of Selma, somewhere. And then there's water going on over here, so who knows at that point. But over here, it's basically nothing. Absolutely nothingness out there. And thank you to Eugenie, Sarita, Charleston Amy, Shelly Ann, Cairo, and Helen, welcome, new member, and also Cam and Nielsen, welcome. MM, Linda Howell, as in Linda Molden Howe of the Cattle Mutilations and Crop Circles. Jessica Schubach, Papa Q, WNC Granny, Suze F, DK, Randy C, Brianna Props, Charleston Amy, Vale, Zozo, and Kathy Friedenmaker. I was just thinking about poor Charleston Amy with a rewind mode, girl code, and then a girl code the night before, but it's not her fault, man. It's not her fault. Yeah, I don't feel sick or anything. My nose is plugged up. It just immediate. So, anyways, thank you guys. Well, how about I'll do a one notebook, all right, just to do something. It's gonna work this time. Now look at it work. Yeah! There it is for the notebook. Up, Velvet Army. Respin. Look at that, it's Cairo with He Gets a Notebook. All right. Oh, there you go, everybody. There you go. That was a good win. That was a good win. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Hopefully there's breaking news and different cases. We can go over that. But if not, we'll just do something else. Who knows? I mean, I do have cases that I didn't get to this last week that I had in a folder, but it's hard to read when your nose doesn't work. So. Yeah. All right. Anyways, thank you guys all for being here tonight for the late night edition. I know it wasn't the greatest in the world, but I appreciate you guys being here anyways. And thank you for supporting the channel and all the new channel members. Thanks to the mods, and thanks again, LM, for the book and I think that was a case that I did too, right? And the shirt the other day for Chris. So that was nice of you. Anyways, very cool, very cool. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully my nose will be working. Yay! Alright, everybody. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing
Gosh, Gray, what happened to your nose?
Well, it's
and
plugged,
this whole
Mary
time,
Lou.
I have
Thank you.
not seen one person that is
Mine's plugged too.
Crime
well, I figured it would be.
Plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a interceptor. And I'm a spectre with a vector on his spectre with a spectral. Just remember I'm a temper fucking check. I have no agenda. I'm a pretender. And I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
Linda Molden Howe.
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody. Talk to you later.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, be safe out there.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. And as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there.
That wasn't very good, Mary Lou. Wasn't very good. All right. See you guys later.